everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. The winding road to the Super Bowl continues here in the divisional round, where two teams look to take another step towards the Super Bowl. It's the Raiders going up against the Chiefs. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Straight ahead, we punch the second of two tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Oakland Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Brandon, when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach and talked about how they wanted to begin this game offensively, they talked about their script, didn't they? 10 to 15 plays, the first 10 to 15 they had on their script. Nowhere on the script was there throwing an interception, I have to believe.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Mariota. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
10 yards still left on second down. Play clock winding down. On second down, Mariota again. Escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They go back to the air here after the INT. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Back to throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They'll try and throw for it here. Try to lay one up deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for the Raiders. 35 yards.
And they pick up the first down on a 4th down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stopped them on 3rd down, or if they just didn't protect the sticks very well. But, boy, that's a big-time pickup right there.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And this will be incomplete. And let's take a look at the defensive starters for Kansas City.
Leonard Williams was one of the top draft picks coming out of USC. And he's done nothing to diminish the comparisons people make of past greats.
Looking to throw. Buying time to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Oh, he's got a little daylight right. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a KC touchdown. Short throw pick-6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
So 2nd and 10 here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And the linebacking core could certainly be crucial today.
They do everything really, really well. Fly to the football, defend the pass, you name it, they do it, as well as set the defensive front. So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And that is incomplete. Charles, that's an important 3rd down stop. You don't want to spot him 2 touchdowns here early.
You're trying to slow momentum down. You've already given up the score. They're coming right back at you. You're exactly right. Being able to hold them there and force a decision on 4th down, that's big for the defense.
So they had great field position, but a 3-play drive that actually goes backwards, and then they kick the field goal.
And I think the key sequence in there, the key phrase you just gave us, a 3-play drive. Had the momentum, great field position, unable to move the football.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. A great read, and it's picked off. Now the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
2nd down, Mariota. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. The 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. 30 yards.
That's the type of play there that puts a defense in a stress. Marcus Mariota on the run. You don't know whether he's going to take it downfield or throw the footballs we just saw there. And, boy, was he accurate with that one.
You know, the Oregon coaches offered him a scholarship without ever seeing him start a game because they saw him in camp. They saw plays like that. Offered him.
He didn't start very much in high school, but he started a lot once he got to Oregon.
2nd down now after the incompletion. A 2nd down throw here for Mariota. That is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. It's the fullback. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Raiders. And last time, one-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
And that formation won't yield much here as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Backing up. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And now here's a carry heading left. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll drop the throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's going to be marked down deep into Kansas City territory. It's a big-time play there on 4th and 10. And even 60 yards. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they're on the move as they face a second down here. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Their dangerous wide receiver. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it's 17-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now here comes Kansas City. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting back.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there from 13 yards out. And the Raiders are back within a score. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now Mariota. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Mariota now on second down. A strong running. He'll rifle this one deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Oakland. 62 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Here we go now. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now.
They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on 3rd down.
Pass situation.
Back to throw here. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. On now is the field goal team. Here's the Raiders. We'll try for 3. This a 43-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will tie things at 17 all. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
A big play there for KC. 46 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this. But run after the catch ability, rack ability is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
time to step aside. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. First down, Mariota. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll come out in the pistol. From the red zone now, Mariota. And for the 3rd time here in this, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A great read, and it's picked off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Pardon, I know it's hard to believe, but sometimes guys who are built with the dimension of linebackers can actually get lost from sight by the quarterback.
Well, they're usually not the tallest guys.
So, yeah, that allows them sometimes to kind of hide down in there, kind of get a little bit lower, and maybe he just never saw him. But, boy, he sure wishes he had. He picked it off and ran it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Mariota now from the 50. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. Mariota now. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Hey, got 3. One. Check nickel.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And this defense will take over right at midfield. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long.
Here we go now. Detroit!
They'll set up to throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup, as we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he's got the hook up here, complete. It's a pickup of 14 there. Good enough for a Kansas City 1st down. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Steps away to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And they went big on 1st down. Proves unfruitful.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on fourth.
I got one. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. One.
They're indeed going. It's Mariota buying time to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And a solid run down inside the 30. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Mariota on 3rd and 2. Rolling to his left. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. And they'll go on the ground. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Raider D, they get the football back. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Blue 90.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll drop the throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time for the Raiders. 43 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll come out in the pistol.
Now let's go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll come up now in the Wildcat package.
Here we go.
And the gadget package there won't do much for him. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Their dangerous wide receiver. 30 yards. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
And now here comes Kansas City. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. Dancing to his left. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
Now, that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Mariota over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And he was able to find a very soft spot in that zone coverage.
I love that term, Brandon. That soft spot where you find the open area, set up, and catch the football before the hard collision comes afterwards.
Mariota on 1st down. Flush to his right. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Well, there was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Going left side, it's complete. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Fighting through. Now the ball comes loose. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game. So hold on here, not done in the 4th. Another pistol look here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets to...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. And tough starting field position here. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get a cross. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, They're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Let's go.
They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They come out here in the eye. 3-19. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there and then head back to your...
Faster than a hairpin trigger. Don't you say, don't you say, don't say, don't you say,
my face, you're not from the clique. Give me space, we might ride it. Most say that, baby, they don't love the clique. I thought they love you when you make it. This some mud. Yeah, this some mud. Friends and business don't mix, so I'm brotherless. Tryna get back close, hit them with the stiff. Gears I shift, make sure they feel the drift. Just cop the Benz, oh, with the team. You should know, cause in every song I said it. Yeah, in every song I said it. I'm just proud of my accomplishments. I'm a 400, I don't care at all. Have a head off, heard you talking about I'm real, I'm fraud. Your kids and fraud, they straight, you shouldn't care at all.
Please tell me why you always leave.
Why you wait?
Please tell me why you always leave. Please tell me why you always leave.
Why you wait?
Please tell me why you always leave. Please tell me why you always leave.
Why you wait?
Please tell me why you always leave. Please tell me why you always leave.
Why you wait?
Please tell me why you always leave.
Yeah, 104 times how it go down. Slaps on deck for the whole town. On mamas, man, I did it with my own sound. And I got my own city that I hold down. Just admit it already. You got plans to do it, boy, we did it already. Got a couple DMs, I done slid in already. Gotta ask YG if he hit it already. Yeah, I'm a star like Moesha's. Running up the numbers like Aisha's. Yeah, I be sliding, I be creeping. Girls these days, they just don't know how to keep it. But I got it all handled. They try to box me in, I got my own angles, yeah. I'ma spend the summer getting to the cake and I'ma wishing wood on every candle. I'm like,
Please tell me why you always leave.
Why you wait?
Please tell me why you always leave. Please tell me why you always leave.
Why you wait?
Please tell me why you always leave. Please tell me why you always leave.
Why you wait?
Please tell me why you always leave. Please tell me why you always leave.
Why you wait?
Please tell me why you always leave.
If you ain't know me, but you know now. Juicy came through with the verse for me both times. In Pot Town, that's automatic, hold down. What's that? Ask no question, just hold it down. While you hating on the progress, I'm a humble, I don't even pride what I do. I just drive the Maybach through the project. It's still crazy, I ain't even drive shit. Hate from a distance, please don't try me. Cause we'll turn it up on anybody. I see why they don't like me. Yelling out 400, they go too heavy. I'm with the posse back at it. Whoa. That mean come on, go on platinum. Whoa. That mean I got a Kindle in my mattress. Oh, I got the BD back breaking.
Please tell me why you always leave.
Why you wait?
Please tell me why you always leave. Please tell me why you always leave.
Why you wait?
Please tell me why you always leave. Please tell me why you always leave.
Why you wait?
Please tell me why you always leave. Please tell me why you always leave.
Why you wait?
Please tell me why you always leave.
tonight. Drifted off to sleep tonight. Must be having a bad dream. I look up, I look down. Everybody's bathing in holy water. Ain't enough gone around. Raise their cups, wag their crowns. You're sitting on a ghost, saying out. You're feeling drunk, all you sound.
Put away your inhibitions. Let the beast in you just get loose. We all young, wild, and different. We can all get hit from a loop. I know you're terrified by what the future lies, but there's no compromising. It's my way or the highway. We all just slave the lust, hard building, breaking trust. Don't get wild when we come out. Like don't get loud when the come out. That's instant. Keep up with your friends thing. Tell they bougie, go wait in line with them lame. Talking real rap, tell them break your neck, go and bust a rhyme. Going down, pass it around, hey. Roll with me now, we running wild, hey. And nobody can, we on the town, hey. Never come down, I never come down. Lose it. I might lose it. Lose it. I might lose it. Everybody got guilty pleasures. Mine just tend to catch me cases. Handcuffs, police inspections, lawyers, judges, allegations. Turn on your favorite station. You hear the same old song. I feel like dog, I'm about to drop the bomb. Blow one down, pass it around. Hey, walk with me now, we running wild. Hey, and nobody can, we on the town. Hey, never come down, I never come down. Blow one down, pass it around. Hey, walk with me now, we running wild. Hey, and nobody can, we on the town. Hey, never come down, I never come down. Lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it. Lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it.
Now I've been in New York, Texas, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, A-A-T-L-M-I-A-D-M-V, all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California,
New York, Texas, Midwest, and Vermont, California, no place like California,
I got some out in Dallas, now I'm smelling like LA. Met a from Miami to the Machiavelli. Left the kids on the belly, left the vid on my celly. She ate like spaghetti, I'm hitting gas and Dreddy. Met some killers in Memphis, like they from Oakland. Give me my flowers while I can smell them. Ain't talking about roses, literally I'm lean. Mix it like a bought it in Nashville. Then I woke up in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's sun, California, but nothing like Compton. It's more like Calistoga and it's hot as Arizona. I pop me a Fresno, hard colder than Minnesota in October. Don't interrupt, darling, I'm in the zone. Why does everywhere I go just remind me of home? You know that state of gold with the bed. Them other places come close, but they don't compare.
Now I've been to New York,
come on,
Texas,
yeah,
Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, AATLMIA-DMV, all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California,
California, no place like California.
Fresh off a flight to Boston, got a BZ in Maryland that I pipe too often. Headed right to Austin, most likely flossing. Tight, exhausted, high as a forklift. Handful of goons out in Colorado. Any given afternoon, you can catch a hollow. Honestly, it's the same out in Richmond, Virginia or California. Either state, you can get it. I done seen everywhere from Russia to Delaware. Trust me, I'm well aware. Barcelona to Bel Air, Petty to the Detroit. Don't tell him he saw how heavily he balls. Every project, every seashore. And I ain't content trying to see more. Nomadic, I probably wind up alone. All it takes is a melody to remind me of home.
Now I've been to New York,
come on,
Texas,
yeah,
Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, AATLMIA-DMV, all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California,
California, no place like California.
Make no difference. to join the cast of Carmen. I never sung a single song before.